Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you to the annual Confectionery Manufacturers Association of Canada board meeting. Today we are going to review the confectionery industry in its past and present state. We will use this information to make some suggestions as to how we can capitalize in the current state of the industry, as well as how we are going to continue to do business in the future. The confection industry, as you all know, is a $2.5 billion industry. 59%, or $1.48 billion of this industry comes from chocolate. Unfortunately, as my colleagues will explain shortly, our industry relies heavily on certain fragile factors. Prices of many ingredients required to make the confectionery products are subject to change, and these increases or decreases have a major impact on our prices and sales. The strength of the Canadian dollar and the state of the economy also has a major impact on the entire industry.
Since 2008, the North American economy has suffered the worst economic recession in 80 years. The increasing financial pressures have helped companies gravitate towards a path to consolidation, acquisitions, and mergers. The confection industry has seen similar effects. The market is currently running worldwide at $50 billion a year. In 2009, Kraft Foods increased its stronghold in the confection industry further when it purchased confection giant Cadbury for $19.5 billion. This move positioned Kraft as the largest confection company in the world. In 2009, the confection industry included 5 major players. These include the Hershey Company, PepsiCo, Nestle, Kraft Foods, and the Ferrero Group. While in most cases, confection sweets are considered to be a recession-proof, there have been other aspects at play that have affected the industry as a whole. The raw ingredients that are used in many confection products have seen drastic increases. The price of cocoa is currently at $3,149 US. This is currently at a 30-year high. The variable cost increase is forcing companies to increase their prices as it is cutting into their gross margins. Many within the industry believe that they will be able to fight off the effects of the sagging economy because of the research and development that have gone on to improve their products. The driving force within the industry has been seeking to make their products seem healthier. To create this healthier image, many product companies are searching for sugarless alternatives. Many companies have begun to use Many companies have begun to use such products as Splenda to help provide the same sweet taste as sugar. A major player in the sugarless movement has been the gum manufacturers. Beyond that, they are also seeking to use gum to actually induce the health benefits. Research has shown that gum has the ability to move certain ingredients to the bloodstream quicker. This delivery method is also used with such products as nicotine gum. Companies are hoping to create a line of products that can help its customers with weight management, stress relief, and increasing alertness and concentration. Although high growth areas that many companies are seeking is using their products to give a quick energy release during intense exercise. While energy drinks have become the fastest growing segment within the beverage industry, confectionists are using this method to use such candies such as candy-covered beans to help deliver a high dose of caffeine within a short time. Companies within the chocolate industry are taking advantage of the health benefits that have been linked to improve blood pressure, enhanced flexibility of blood vessels, insulin sensitivity, and glucose tolerance, as well as platelet function. For confectionist companies within Canada, one of the major concerns is the quick rise of the Canadian dollar. As it slowly reaches parity with the US, it eliminates the competitive advantage that they have when exporting to the US.
Branding of chocolate bars was critical in a sector where 5 of Canada's top 10 chocolate bars have been on the market since World War II, and it has been around since the 1960s. New chocolate bars are very hard to survive in the market. Most of the new chocolate bars have gone and they have not lasted long enough in the shelves. And a chocolate bar that's considered successful actually only captures normally 4 to 5% of the market. And the Canadian chocolate industry is unique. It's characterized by low profits and intense competition. The low profits because there are many major players, and intense competitions because the major players are Cadbury, Hershey, Mars, and Nestle, and they are all multinational multinational chocolate manufacturers. So profits tend to be high in the sugar confectionery industry, unlike the chocolate confectionery industry. The sugar industry is less brand oriented than the chocolate industry, with consumers generally making purchases based on price in the sugar industry. In the chocolate industry, they're making purchases based on brand. The cost of raw materials, including packaging, is dominated in both the sugar and chocolate confectionery industries. So representing 75% in the sugar industry and 85% in the chocolate industry, the cost of good material, the cost of goods sold is extensively high in both industries. So therefore changes in these costs, even the slightest changes, can have a very big impact in the industry's health overall. So primary ingredients used in the manufacturing process are usually cocoa, which accounts for 20%, and there is sugar, 5%, dairy products, 7%, and there is nuts, 6%. Packaging costs are extensively high too. They account for 20% of the raw materials for manufacturing confectionery products. Marketing is very essential. That includes advertising, promotion, and brands, and specialty products are very important in the confectionery industry because they set them aside from the other brands. So they try and compete on advertising and promotion and branding, and also having specialty products that are sold probably in Easter, Valentine's, seasons like Christmas, the Christmas season, and other special occasions like Mother's Day and such occasions which are special to the industry. So there's also manufacturing. The chocolate is actually made from cocoa beans and involves a process that includes roasting the beans, refining the chocolate liqueur, and turning it into a final mold. And another thing about the sugar confectionery is that it uses starch mogul, panning, and extrusion. Large companies are capital intensive and they are highly automated. Unlike small companies who are less highly automated, so technological advancements are very important to large manufacturers of sugar and chocolate confectionery industry. Whereas with small manufacturers, they don't care much about the evolving technologies, but big manufacturers, that's one of the major requirements to be successful in this game. Another thing is, due to the specialized nature of the equipment, sometimes big manufacturers, what they do, they outsource part of their production to smaller manufacturers, and that way it compensates the big manufacturers when there is big fluctuations in the industry, like big fluctuations in demand. The smaller manufacturers can produce more. That way they can't lose most of the market share. So that works for both the smaller manufacturer and for the big multinational manufacturers. Another thing is distribution. Distribution is a major factor in the Canadian confectionery industry. Traditionally, manufacturers distribute to a large number of small, usually locally owned retailers, but this has changed extensively. Nowadays, it is dominated by major grocery store chains, like the biggest being Loblaws and Sobeys, and then the national confectionery producers usually produce other non-confectionery products. So all of which, like, they're delivered via its distribution network. This resulted in a cost advantage and a further scale advantage that they could leverage with retailers.
In conclusion, we feel that the confection industry needs to continue to make investments to improve their quickness in producing products. They also need to continue the innovation which has kept them up with pace with the major manufacturers across the world. Thank you.